Okay, so we are discussing 1.2. It's going to be a bit of a doozy. Please bear with me. You're going to have to watch it a couple of times so that you can see. I try to minimize the amount of steps. So we need to solve simultaneously for x and y. We have equation 1, 2y plus x is equal to 1 and x squared plus y squared plus 3xy plus y is equal to 0. That's the second one. The first thing we need to do is we're going to solve this equation. Right, we need to isolate x on the one side, so this means that 2y is going to go over the equation sign, and that is where I got the negative 2y from. So what we're going to do next is substitute this whole value here for x into equation 2. Hang on a bit and I'm going to show you. So x's value is now 1 minus 2. I substituted that. So wherever there was an x, I replaced that, right? This is all that happened there in that step. Now we're going to expand first 1 minus 2y squared. And 1 minus 2y squared, when you solve that, is 1 minus 4y minus 4y squared. Then we expand 3 and y into those parentheses where x was, and our answer is 3y minus 6y squared. I would advise that you have a look at this on your own and try to see how, or not try to see, expand it into it, writing all of the steps. For the purposes of this video, I think it would be overkill if I tried to do all of that. So to resume, we're going to combine where we expanded the first one where we did 1 minus 2y and we squared that, and then also where we expanded the 3 and the y into the value of what we said x was. Right, so then I just wrote out. Again, I didn't write all of the steps. It became too laborious and the video would just be too long. Right, so if you have a look at this, so this 1 here is the one over there. We have negative 4y plus 3y plus 1y. 3 plus 1 gives us 4, and that's a negative 4. So this and this cancels each other out. So we don't have a value for this anymore. And if we take 4 plus 1 minus 6, we get a negative y squared. So we made that equal to 0. In order to get rid of this negative 1 in front of this y, we divide by negative 1 so that the negatives can cancel each other out. And that's how I got to y squared is equal to 1. Now, y is plus minus 1 because there is only one value. There wasn't anything else that could be done. Finally, we're going to substitute back into the first equation, y at 1 and y at negative 1, and I'm just going to show you for the purpose of this video. Now again, we need to substitute into the first equation, y having a value of negative 1, L having a value of 1. So this is the first equation, and I wrote it down. So 2y plus x is equal to 1. So I substituted y with a positive 1 on this side, where it is now 2 multiplied by 1 plus x equals to 1. Now, again, age old fashion, I isolate the variable. So all I did is after I distributed the 2 into the parentheses, I left the x on its own and moved everything else over. 1 minus 2 gives us a value of negative 1. And then on the other side, I substituted y with negative 1 because we said y could be negative 1 or positive 1. So on this side, I did the negative 1 substitution. A positive multiplied by the negative gave me the negative 2 plus x is equal to 1. Again, I needed to isolate x. So I moved everything else over, and the negative 2 becomes a positive 2, and 1 plus 2 is equal to 3. So when I worked it out, x can be negative 1. So it's negative 1 and negative 1 and 3 and 1, and that's how we solve it simultaneously for x and y.